You are standing by the office coffee machine. You are talking in English.
Right, just having a normal, casual chat.
But suddenly, there is complete and total silence. You both just stare at each other.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is just the worst feeling.
Your mind completely freezes up in a panic. You are, desperately searching for words.
Yeah, we have definitely all been there.
Have you ever been in this exact awkward situation? Well, welcome to today's deep dive.
We have some incredible notes to look through today.
We're exploring the science of this exact problem, and we will learn how to fix it.
Exactly. Our mission today is actually very simple.
We want to move you past basic small talk.
Right. We want to help you make real, meaningful connections.
I really love that goal. So many learners struggle with this sudden silence.
It is true. It feels very heavy and uncomfortable.
Why do our brains freeze up like that?
Well, let's start by looking at the core problem.
Okay, I am listening.
Many language learners fall into the A2 trap.
Wait, what is the A2 trap?
It is a trap that makes us sound like stiff robots.
Oh, I totally get that. I notice I get stuck just listing facts sometimes.
Right, you just state very basic things.
Yeah, I say I went to the park, or, I ate a sandwich.
Yeah, and it feels very choppy and unnatural, right?
It really does. Why do we do that?
You are definitely not alone in feeling that way. We do this because of cognitive overload.
What does cognitive overload mean?
Well, when you speak English, your brain works overtime.
Because we are, translating vocabulary all at once.
Yes. And you are constantly checking your grammar rules, too.
Oh, so our brains just get completely exhausted. We just want to be safe and correct.
Exactly. You rely on basic, dry facts to survive.
Right. So you say hi, and they say hi.
Yeah. And then they ask how you're doing today.
And I just look at them and say, fine.
And then the conversation just completely dies right there.
Because facts alone do not build a real connection.
They really don't.
It reminds me of playing a game of tennis.
Oh, that is a great analogy.
Imagine stepping onto a bright green tennis court. Your partner hits a friendly yellow ball to you.
Okay, right. Asking about your weekend is like serving that ball.
But instead of hitting the ball back over the net,
Wait, what do you do instead?
you reach out and catch the ball with your hand. You put it in your pocket.
Oh, wow. So you say, fine, and the game ends.
Exactly. Yeah.
That is a brilliant way to picture it. Stating a dry fact is exactly like keeping the ball.
The listener has absolutely nothing to respond to.
Right, they cannot hit the ball back to you.
Let's think about why catching the ball feels safer. Speaking a new language makes us feel very vulnerable.
It really does. It is scary.
We are terrified of sounding foolish, right? We are scared of making embarrassing mistakes.
So you build a safe wall of short facts. Nobody can argue with simple facts.
But they are incredibly boring for the listener. So how do we fix this tennis problem?
Well, we need our very first tool from the notes. It is called the logic bridge.
Oh, the logic bridge. What is that?
Instead of giving a dry list of facts, we use special words.
Are these special words kind of like glue? Do they stick broken ideas together?
Yes, exactly. They're basic connectors, like because, so, or although.
I see. They turn scattered facts into a clear story.
Let's look at a robot-style weekend update first.
Okay, give me the robot version.
My weekend was good. I went to the park. I watched a funny movie.
That gives me absolutely nothing to work with. It is correct, but it lacks human flavor.
Right. Now let's apply the logic bridge. Let's use some glue on those sentences.
Okay, how does it sound with the glue?
It was relaxing because I went to the park, so I feel refreshed today.
Oh, wow. The difference there is absolutely huge.
And then, although it rained, I watched a great movie.
We suddenly have real context for your actions. I understand the why and the how.
Exactly. The word because explains the reason behind your action.
And the word so shows the result of that action.
You got it. Let's practice this right now together.
Okay, I will give you a plain, boring fact. I bought a new winter coat.
Now I will add the glue and the reason. I bought a coat because I was freezing outside.
Wow, now I actually understand your motivation clearly. Let's talk about the word although.
Okay, yeah.
That one feels a bit tricky for many learners.
It is tricky, but it is incredibly powerful. It shows two opposite things happening at once.
Right, like, although I was tired, I studied English today.
Yes. It creates a nice little surprise in the sentence.
It introduces a contrast, and contrast makes stories interesting.
It is much better than saying two flat facts like, I was tired, I studied English.
Right, so gluing the sentences together makes us understandable.
But making sense is not the same as making a connection.
That is so true. We need to add a personal touch.
Exactly. We have to share our true feelings or opinions.
Let's use hobbies as an example today.
Hobbies are a very common small talk topic everywhere.
Saying I like cooking is totally fine for beginners.
Mm-hmm.
But at an intermediate level, we need more flavor.
Right. You need to explain why it actually matters to you.
Like, I like cooking because it helps me relax.
Or, in my opinion, making Italian food is the best.
Sharing a feeling makes you sound human. It shows the listener a piece of your personality.
But we cannot just stop right there. We must keep the conversation alive and moving.
Right. We have to keep it going.
This brings us to follow-up magic from the notes.
A follow-up magic. Never end your turn without asking a related question.
Yes. You must hit the tennis ball back over the net.
Right. You could say, what is your favorite cuisine?
Or you could ask, have you ever tried it?
But wait, I have a big concern about this.
Oh. What is your concern?
Well, if I always end my turn with a question, won't I sound like a police interrogator?
That is a very fair and common worry.
Does it feel too much like a strict job interview?
Asking too many questions can feel aggressive sometimes.
Right. So how do we keep it natural?
Well, here is why it works naturally in real life.
Okay, I'm listening.
You shared your personal feelings first. You opened up.
I gave them a piece of myself first.
Exactly. So the question feels like a warm, friendly invitation.
I see. It does not feel like a cold, demanding test.
Right. It acts as a psychological hook. Small talk is actually stressful for native speakers, too.
Really? Native speakers get stressed about it.
Oh, absolutely. They are also searching their brains for topics.
They're also afraid of awkward, heavy silences.
Yes. When you ask a question, you rescue them entirely.
You take the heavy pressure off their shoulders.
You give them clear permission to talk about themselves.
And people absolutely love talking about their own lives.
They really do. You are being a very generous conversational partner.
So we have facts, feelings, and questions. To balance them perfectly, we need structure.
Exactly. And the notes give us the 3-sentence rule.
Oh, I have my notebook ready for this rule. What is sentence number 1?
Sentence 1 is the basic fact. It sets the stage for the whole interaction.
I'll give you an example.
I started reading a new book yesterday.
Okay. Then sentence 2 is the detail or opinion.
Yes. This is where you use your logic bridge glue.
Right. Like, it is a mystery story, so I read for 3 hours.
Perfect. And sentence 3 is the follow-up magic question.
Do you enjoy reading mystery novels?
Exactly. This simple formula guarantees a flowing, natural conversation.
It transforms a quick greeting into a deeper chat.
It moves from what happened to why it matters.
But wait, I have a cultural question about this.
Okay, what is your cultural question?
In many busy cities, people are always in a rush.
That is very true.
They want their answers quickly at the coffee machine.
Right.
Is 3 sentences way too long for a quick chat? Are we going to annoy our busy coworkers?
That is a fascinating cultural point to consider. Time is precious at work.
Right, no one wants to be trapped in a long talk.
But actually, these 3 sentences took very little time.
Really? It sounds like a lot of talking to me.
Let's test it right now together. Time me as I speak these next sentences.
Okay, my timer is ready.
Go. I drank some green tea this morning. It's my favorite because it wakes me gently. Do you prefer tea or coffee?
Wow, that took exactly 7 seconds.
See? It is incredibly fast, but it sounds so complete.
It gives them a nice conversational hook to grab.
Right. They can grab the hook and say, I love coffee.
Or they can just smile, say coffee, and walk away.
Exactly. You gave them a chance to connect without trapping them.
Let's role play this rule one more time.
Okay, let's do a much harder topic this time. Let's talk about the weather outside.
Oh, weather is the ultimate boring small talk topic.
Right. Can the three-sentence rule save a chat about rain?
Let's find out. I will start with sentence 1. It is raining very heavily outside today.
Good. Now sentence 2. Use glue and a feeling.
It makes me sleepy, so I drank extra coffee.
Excellent. You connected the weather to your personal state.
Now sentence 3, the follow-up magic question. Do you prefer rainy days or sunny days?
That actually turned boring weather into a real conversation.
Wow, now we are talking about personal preferences, not just water.
We moved from the external world to the internal world.
Let's try one more very common scenario. Let's imagine a basic trip to the supermarket.
Okay, I will try this one. Sentence 1. I went to the supermarket yesterday.
Nice, simple fact. Sentence 2, give me a detail.
It was really crowded, so I felt stressed.
Perfect use of glue. Now sentence 3. Ask me a question.
What time do you usually go shopping?
That is absolutely perfect. I feel like I have a clear map now.
You know exactly what to comfortably say next.
I do not have to freeze up or panic anymore.
This deep dive really changes how we look at speaking.
We finally recognize why the A2 trap freezes our brains.
We stopped just catching and keeping the tennis ball.
Right. We started using the logic bridge to glue ideas.
We added our personal feelings to make people actually care.
Finally, we learned the powerful three-sentence rule. Fact, detail, question.
It is truly that simple. Improving your English is not about memorizing massive, confusing words.
Right. It is simply about sharing more of yourself safely.
Exactly.
Before we finish today, I have a thought for you.
Yes, a little homework for our listeners.
Pay close attention to your native language today.
Notice how you naturally talk to your close friends.
You probably use the three-sentence rule without even realizing it.
It already lives naturally inside your brain right now.
You just need to unlock it in your English conversations.
Go out there and start passing that tennis ball back.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.